5 signs you're a feminine man who repels women. You know the drill. You're the good guy. You text her good morning daily, check that she got home safe, and insist on splitting the bill for equality. You're doing everything you think a modern man should do. But then she starts taking longer to reply, cancels dates, and drops the dreaded line. I think we're better as friends. Sound familiar? It's not bad luck, and it's not because you're too nice. It's because you're radiating a feminine energy that flips the natural polarity in a relationship and kills the spark. Stick around, because today I'm showing you the 5 signs you're stuck in that mode, and more importantly, how to fix it. Hey everyone, I'm Panther. My mission is to coach men on how to build natural, compelling masculine polarity without turning into a jerk. This channel is where nice guys stop getting walked over and start becoming attractive, confident leaders. If you're tired of getting ghosted, of being the friend, and you're ready to start getting chosen, then do yourself a favor. Subscribe right after this video. Sign 1. You outsource every decision. Let's kick things off with a big one. Feminine energy is receptive. It thrives on being led. Masculine energy provides that direction. So what happens when you constantly ask, where do you want to eat? What movie do you feel like watching? You're not being considerate. You're dumping the decision-making load onto her. Soon it feels less like dating a partner and more like babysitting. Women, especially feminine women, crave the feeling of being able to relax into your lead. They don't want to have to build the frame for you. They're looking for a man who knows what he wants. When you defer every choice, you force her into a masculine role, which then leaves you in the receptive feminine position, and that is the quickest way to kill attraction. Here's a quick example. You're in a crowded parking lot. Instead of confidently picking a spot, you ask her, which one looks good to you? The problem is the pattern. It signals you're not comfortable taking charge, even in small ways. Instead, here's what a man with healthy masculine energy does. He circles once, spots an open space, and pulls in. He doesn't ask for permission for a simple choice. It's not about being bossy. It's about being grounded and decisive, which provides the security that allows her to feel cherished. Sign 2. You vent more than you listen. Now, let's talk emotions. Sharing your feelings is healthy. But there's a big difference between sharing and emotional dumping. If your dates sound like a rundown of how your boss stressed you out, how your mum nags you, and how anxious you are, you're bathing in a feminine emotional flow. Women often do this with each other to bond, but when a man does it, he forces her into the masculine role of therapist. She's not looking for that in a partner. A woman wants to feel that her man is a rock she can lean on, not someone she constantly has to prop up. When you offload all your anxieties onto her, you're signaling a lack of internal strength. You're creating an emotional dependency that feels burdensome and repels her. She's looking for a partner, not a patient. So how do you flip the script? It's not about being a stoic robot. Calibrate your emotional sharing, acknowledge your feelings, own them, and then pivot back to her. Try, man, I had a rough patch at work today, handled it, but it was a drain. Enough about me, how was your week? You stay human, demonstrate you're capable, and then shift the focus to her. That's the kind of emotional maturity that attracts women. Sign 3. You need reassurance before you escalate. Let's get into physical escalation. Feminine energy thrives on safety. Masculine energy provides it. If you freeze before a kiss and whisper, "Is this okay?" you don't just kill the moment, you vaporize it. That hesitation, that need for permission, she doesn't feel your desire, she feels your anxiety. Women are incredibly attuned to subcommunication. When your breath shortens and your eyes seek validation, her nervous system picks up on your uncertainty and she instinctively closes down. You've communicated fear, not confident leadership, and that's a major turnoff. It makes her feel energetically unsafe to surrender and trust your lead. Here's how to practice calibrated conviction. Read her. Does her smile linger? Do her eyes flick to your lips? Does she lean in closer? These are green lights. When you see them, you lead. Lean in slowly, let tension build, maybe graze her cheek with your thumb and whisper something simple and confident like, "Come here." You're providing the safety of your confident lead, allowing her to relax and be receptive, which is exactly what feminine energy craves. Sign 4. You avoid any risk of conflict. Nice guys often fear disagreement more than they value their own respect, but peace at the expense of your true self isn't peace, it's self-abandonment. If she says, I don't like sushi, and you immediately chirp, "Oh, me neither," you haven't been accommodating, you've just abandoned your own preference to avoid friction. Do it a few times and she quickly tags you as spineless. Polarity, that key spark, dies when there's no healthy push and pull. Remember, feminine energy wants a strong, stable frame to lean on. If your frame is constantly bending to her will, there's nothing for her to feel secure within. She'll start to lose respect and with it her attraction. Healthy masculine energy doesn't mean picking fights. It means you're anchored in your own preferences. Try this instead. I hear you on sushi, I get it. But I actually love the salmon rolls at that place down the street. How about we hit that spot? If you genuinely hate it, we can grab tacos after. You've acknowledged her taste, held your ground, expressed your preference, and offered a solution where you lead. This demonstrates strength and a willingness to navigate differences, which makes her trust your leadership even more. Sign 5. You live in consumption mode. Let's get real about how you spend your time. Endless scrolling, binge-watching Netflix, marathon gaming sessions. If the bulk of your week is passive consumption, your energy becomes soft and unfocused. Feminine energy is often about being. Masculine energy is about doing, about purpose, action, and creation. A woman is incredibly sensitive to a man's sense of purpose. An absence of drive or direction signals a lack of foundational strength. A man without a mission is simply less attractive. He lacks that compelling, forward-moving energy that draws women in. They're looking for a partner who is building something, who has a direction in life. So, how do you shift into creation mode? It requires discipline. Pick one mission that genuinely excites you, a gym goal, a side hustle, finishing a project. Schedule dedicated progress blocks for it before you allow yourself any passive consumption. When she asks about your weekend, and you can genuinely say, I spent Saturday rebuilding the carburetor on my motorcycle, then hammered out the final draft of my proposal. Trust me, her pupils will dilate. She'll see a man of purpose and action. Purpose is the new six-pack, gentlemen. All right, let's recap the 5 signs. If you find yourself doing any of these, don't sweat it. Awareness is the first step. You waffle on decisions, outsourcing your leadership. You trauma dump your feelings, making her your therapist. You seek reassurance before any escalation. You fold at the slightest disagreement, avoiding conflict. You live in consumption mode, lacking a clear purpose. Here's the good news. Fix these and you'll start magnetizing women. This isn't about being a controlling caricature. It's about embodying healthy masculine polarity. It's about being grounded, decisive, and directional. It's the difference between being a passive passenger and the confident captain of your own ship. If any of this resonated, drop a comment and tell me which sign you're weakest in and what one action you'll take tonight to start shifting that energy. Hit that like button so more men can escape the nice guy trap. And of course, subscribe for weekly intel on turning nice guys into chosen men. I'll see you in the next one.